Hey!
Hello and welcome to Reviews Under Duress. I'm Frezzman, and today we're talking about Half-Life, a game I have quite a history with. I found out about the Half-Life series not really through the marketing or really word of mouth about the game. I actually heard about it from a YouTube machinima called Freeman's Mind, created by Ross Scott. It covered, well, it kind of presented this game through the viewpoint of a completely narcissistic version of Gordon Freeman, and sort of a sociopath, but I wouldn't go that far. But I have loved this game for a very long time. I'm not playing the original version, just for sake of resolution and being able to record it. I have had a little trouble in the past. I'm playing the Half-Life Source, the updated version. There we go. Goodness. Actually, while I'm here, I should probably turn up the audio. Let's see here. I think that's loud enough, right? Oh.
Hey, catch me later. I'll buy you a beer.
He's gonna hold me to that in about 15 years.
About that beer I owed you.
See, there's a lot of speculation as to which scientists in this building are Isaac Kleiner and Eli Vance. Although I know for some reason that one's supposed to be Magnuson, because that.
God, what are you doing?
See, he knows. Come on. Where is it? I know it's around here somewhere. Laidlaw. Guy marked the
Why do we all have
so Mark Laidlaw left Valve
ties?
I believe in 2017, and he managed to send out a synopsis of what Half-Life 2 Episode 3 was going to be. And I'm not gonna cover that here, but you know what I mean. It's a heck of a deal. It's a weird kind of ending to this entire series. Speaking of series, nice. So, notice something just real quick. This right here is the HEV suit holder, which I just picked up my suit from. If you notice these two empty ones, it's because the other two suits are being worn by Colette Green and Gina Cross from Half-Life Decay, which was a cooperative mod on the PS2 port.
Do you know
Trying to cover as much ground as I can, as quickly as I can. When I was a kid, after hearing about the, honestly, I heard about Half-Life 2 first.
Like you're in the barrel.
But after hearing about Half-Life 1 and all this, and then I made the mistake of watching the trailer for the Orange Box, which covered Half-Life 2, Episode 1 and Episode 2, Team Fortress 2, and Portal. After hearing about that, I decided, well, I better buy that, even though I didn't have a PC that could really run any of those games. I did end up using my mom's really terrible piece of shit laptop that was barely able to run Half-Life 2 at, like, above 15 frames a second. That was about 10 years ago or so now. Yeah, about a decade. That was also on a previous account that, being the goofy dumb kid I was, completely lost the password to that account. So that, like, that was like $40, I want to say, for the Orange Box, because it was like maybe a year or two after it came out. And
Sorry, I'm on duty, Mr. Freeman.
alright, but God, I remember that being so, just like, okay, just a quick rundown of my of my computer history, because it gets worse. There's this really terrible Dell laptop that I had that just terrible. It couldn't run anything. And then later on, as a Christmas present, my mom bought me a Dell desktop computer, but it was running on a Windows XP, and it could barely connect to the internet. In fact, it had an antenna that you had to screw into the back to get it to connect to the internet. And I think this was around when like widescreen on YouTube wasn't even really a thing yet, if I remember.
Good to see you. About to go critical.
Yeah, like 2008,
What the
2009.
hell is going on with our equipment?
I noticed I'm not. If you'll notice, I'm not talking a lot about the game, but I'd really like to cover the history behind the game because it does definitely skew how I view this game. And, I mean, sure, I'm biased, but it's a positive bias, I guess. Also, the whole introduction into the Half-Life series, especially anything to do with the Source engine, kind of led me to the game Gary's Mod, which I can't really cover. There's really no endpoints or story or cohesive narrative that holds Gary's Mod together. It's chaos, unending madness created by a guy who is named Gary. I also did watch a lot of machinima based around the Half-Life series, like 100 Ways to Die in Gary's Mod, or the Gmod Idiot Box, which I believe was still going until a couple years ago, and I believe the guy who made it, Das Bullshit, got really busy, I want to say.
We have complete confidence in you.
I mean, there's certainly other contenders like Hideo 706. And, oh goodness, there's another fellow who I can't remember. It was, it's like DJY 1991 or something. But he made, Idiots of Gary's Mod.
Testing.
There you go. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here by the lush backgrounds of this game.
All right, Gordon.
Well, speaking of Das Bullshit, I did recently talk to him, or at least I think I talked to him. It might have been some guy using the same name and account name, but I did play a couple rounds of Counter-Strike with him, and that was a whole lot of fun. He seems like a very easy dude to talk to, very cooperative, not very bossy. Which is I like it when people are just, you can just work with them, Oh, there we go. Sorry, I'm way off track. So, the name of the game here, you were playing as Gordon Freeman, for those who don't know. If I remember, this came out 98,
We'll take it from here. Power to stage 1 emitters in
Future Frezzman. Add that in post what date that actually came out.
I'm seeing predictable phase arrays.
So, for those who don't know, you play as Gordon Freeman in a roughly 1998 in the middle of the New Mexico desert in a facility known as Black Mesa. You are attempting to, I believe, I'm trying to remember what even is the experiment here. It was like to channel energy through this weird crystal that's going to come up here through that beam and harness some sort of energy, but it ends up creating what's called a resonance cascade, which I'm personally going to ensure that happens here in a moment. And then aliens from a border world named Zen start invading, and turns out Gordon Freeman is adept at firearms. For being an MIT graduate, he's also incredibly skilled at combat. And oops.
Gordon, get away from the beat. Shutting down.
I'm getting away.
No. Attempting shutdown. It's not. It's not. It's not shutting down. It's not.
See? Everybody wins. Everybody. This is going well. Pardon me. Oh. Let's go as far as we can get. Oh. Like you can see where the world just kind of ends. You're not really supposed to move in the scene, but yeah. Oh, 90s game design, may you never change. See, the name of this chapter actually kind of follows through into what happens later on in the series in Half-Life 2 Episode 2. Let me grab this. There we go. Now, I mean, let's be honest here. I think I was going to, but I don't think I have a key for that. Zap.
I predicted all of this, you know. All of it. Fine. You won't even know I'm here.
You didn't see that. Was it my fault?
Do you still say there's nothing to chaos here?
Come on.
This is as far as I go.
Come on. Whatever. Zip.
Why didn't they listen?
We tried to warn them.
I never thought I'd see a resonance cascade.
So if I remember canonically, that's Eli.
You're alive. Thank God for that hazard suit. I'm afraid to move him and all our phones are out. Please, get to the surface as soon as you can and let someone know we're stranded down here. You'll need me to activate the retinal scanners. I'm sure the rest of the science team will gladly help you.
Sure.
Let's go.
So you may have noticed something that I skipped the intro where you're on the tram. That's for good reason, because I didn't want that to take up most of this review. I didn't want to just be standing on the tram, waiting for the stuff to go by. Just gonna hang out here. Alright. Oh, forgot that happened. If I remember that lightning effect from Half-Life 2. I wonder how much of the HEV suit's insulated. That said, I'd love to make a top 10 list here soon. Because I'm a sucker for sci-fi armor. And like the HEV suit to me has always been the best piece of so functional. Nice. But it's so functional, not bulky, and it makes sense. Excuse me, sir.
Gordon, man, am I glad to see you. What the hell are these things? And why are they wearing science team uniforms?
Because they're the science team, champ. Is he... Wait, can I make him come with me?
Roger that. Let's run like hell.
Come on, run like an infant.
I'll be happy to survive this with all my parts.
Not likely. I'm the one with the crowbar. I think he just shot me. Oh. Hey, free gun. There we go. I always love this. Okay, here's a true test. Here's a true sign that I've been playing not just video games, but these video games for too long. Is I can tell just what gun it is just by the sound of the gunshot. Just, you know, like you hear that, and it's just like, oh man, that's the pistol. I know, I'm losing it. Oh yeah, suits are still gone. That's because Gina and Colette are somewhere in the facility right now dealing with the repercussions of what I've just done. Same with Barney Calhoun and Adrian Shepard. I should probably clarify who Barney Calhoun and Adrian Shepard are. Barney Calhoun's that security guard that promised me a beer that he won't intend to give me for the next 15 years. Gotta go. But, I know I'm moving at light speed here. But, and Adrian Shepard is an HECU soldier, thank you, that will be sent in to take care of, quote-unquote, the remaining science team, including yours truly. And I might cover that in a video in the future. So let's get just a little bit farther and see what havoc we can wreak. Missing. There it is. How do you get up there? Oh. The thing is, this game... I don't know why I'm so fast. But I like it. Reminds me of Doom Guy. You know, that Olympic runner speed that he's got? What's in here? Oh, jeez. Come on. There we go. So... they expected me to shoot those tanks and just annihilate everything.
No!
I'm so sorry.
No!
He was gonna snitch, man. I had to. Now I desperately. You know what? Let's end this on a cheat, shall we? You can tell I play a lot of video games. So I still have my key bindings, nice. So you can tell that I have played a little too much of this game, right? Hold it. There he is. But you can tell I've played a lot. Just through my history, continuously playing this game and the subsequent expansions, which I may cover. But this is entirely under duress. Let me specify. Under duress means that there is no script. Sure, I have some talking points, but I'm not, you know, reading from any sort of predetermined words. And this isn't pre-recorded. I'm just hauling ass as fast as I can while also playing the game. Oh yeah. Oh, I think I have to. I don't think they thought this through. I just... See, the thing is, this isn't even just this version of like Half-Life that does this. This is also straight from the original. Oh, that's not good. Let me just think. Oh.